welcome everyone. Welcome back to my third Flosstube video. I'm sharing a little bit of update progress on some of my projects. I started bagging up a few I mentioned in my second video. I went back over and went into details of which ones I wanted to focus on a little bit more, and some pictures of all the ones that I didn't show you on the first Flosstube video. So kind of worked on that and kind of went over goals and direction I was going to go. My main focus again has been this eagle. At times one project, one focus, but then at times this one's quite the large project, so I've had some dead spots in it where it's like I just don't have the energy to work on it. So I've kind of been stepping in with some smaller projects or little bits of here and there on at least two. One I'm reworking. The froggy is a rework, and then the buggy is the first time kind of going through it on that pattern. Let me show you here on the eagle kind of what I've got going on so far. While I've got it, it's at about 75% done. This little bit of strip here is what I need to finish up, and it'll be 75% done. I'm starting to pick back up underneath the chin and beak kind of area. I really hit a dead spot, kind of alternating between, it felt like 50 different colors out of the 90 total that I have working on it, and a really dead spot that I was just like, okay, I'm done completely with this thing. I don't want to do any more. But wanting to get to there's like a tip here, you can kind of see where it kind of cuts off. This little tip of the beak is what kind of kept me going and kept me at it a little bit. There were several days that I did not work on it, or not much at all, like maybe 100 stitches or less. I've been wanting to keep the goal of 350 stitches a day to kind of work on it. From this point you can kind of see the section of it across. There's like 4 different pages plus a little bit of a strip of a page to do. I was able to do pretty close to a month full pages on it. Not sure how many squares, but like I want to say 6,000. I'm not positive on that. I'd have to count it up. Not feeling the energy of doing that though, but anyways, you can kind of estimate the project. This is a 17 by roughly 20 inch project, so quite a bit of work, several thousand, 72,000 total stitches. So quite the project, quite the confetti stitch on it. So that's definitely taken the progress. There's a ton of different colors in on that, the colors of the wing here. There's several different, and it's just amazing how so many different colors. I wouldn't think that some of this, you can definitely tell that it's like dark blue. There's like 2 different colors of dark blue and a black in some of these little patchy darker areas. So and some purple. So it definitely, the way, and I mean you can kind of see some of the purple underneath and it kind of blends in, and same with some of the feathers here. But I wasn't for sure. I enjoyed it and I liked the purple, but I was a little unsure on how the purple would blend in. And even with some of this showing with the purple, I think it still looks amazing and has turned out so wonderful on it. The wing here, you can kind of see it'll kind of catch up a little bit here, and then the rest kind of down below, same kind of amount of section there just below here, and it will be finished. Just under here, a touch more of the white feathers, but you can see some of these darker feathers coming in. I can't wait to see that. It has kind of sent me back into a wave of let's get this done and work more with it, seeing the kind of overlap of some of these wings or wing feathers. It's kind of pet me back up. Definitely hit a dead spot there on that and was like frustrated, but it happens, and it's been quite the lengthy progress. 7 months, March 10th marked 7 months working on it, so that really isn't too bad. I think above progress of where my goal was. I'm was aiming towards a year getting it done. August 5th of this year will mark a year total workage, but I think I will, if I stick at my rate at 350 stitches, I'd say about mid-May, May 15th-ish. I'm taking a stab at that, kind of looking at compared to how much I have left of this last little strip in the few days here. I should have it done anywhere from probably middle of May, end of May. That kind of way surpassed my goal, and a lot of work. I work on it about every day, even though some days may be smaller countage, but not feeling it, not working on the pattern, or just don't feel like it at all, or you name it. But a few other projects, I redid my froggy here. I wanted to compare it to the original colors. I think I'd said I was getting some original floss colors in on it, along with the buggy pattern. I did miss one color in the bug pattern and the light green in the frog. I did not get the light green, true color light green that I called for on it. I will definitely get the buggy color eventually. I'll just skip over the spots that has that color that I missed in it. It's a really light, similar shade to the kind of tannish light brown there, kind of a neighbor color to it. So not in much of a hurry to get that color, so I'll just kind of skip over it, and whenever, I'm sure I'll have another load of ordering for floss come in, so I'll tack that color to the order when I get to it. Main thing was doing a comparison between some Amazon threads that I had and actually true colors that I picked out, and I think I like my pick out colors better than the true colors. The light tan chin area is an ecru, like a desert sand pink, pale pinkish brown for the body. I definitely liked my kind of pick out colors. This one, it seems kind of an off-white sort of color on the fabric compared to what it's showing here on the video. Sorry for the string kind of added in if it bothers anyone. I've got a little bit of, you can see a little bit of green to kind of finish up on it. I will do a background on it. Not sure if I want to do like a lily pad, maybe a little bit of green underneath it, or maybe a pond of sorts, and do a kind of blue background, because I worry about the ecru kind of color and the way it blends into the fabric there. I want it to pop just a little bit more than what it is. The true pattern doesn't call for a background color. I may try getting some different colored pattern fabric of sorts, or dyed fabrics, and kind of maybe a green fabrics to where hopefully the greens don't blend into it, possibly. Or I also want to try, you guys are probably going to get tired of frogs, but I want to try to do a different color instead of the greens. Maybe swap out 2 different color of blues, or purples, or pinks, or even the yellows. I might even change out I like the brown of the eye, but I might change out like the yellow of the eye to maybe a different color too. I don't know. Just kind of testing it out. It's a really cute, fast, workable froggy pattern. Took me, I don't know, probably a couple days maybe. Not too bad. Very, very cute. This is an 18 count Aida fabric versus I think it's an Aida fabric. On this one, it's a 14 count, so you can definitely see the difference in how much smaller he got on that, but very, very cute on it. I definitely enjoyed working the pattern on that, so I will update you guys on it. I don't know when. Still got to finish out the green. I'm unsure on the background. I want to do a little bit more. It looks like I have a little bit more space to work on this one. I had plenty of fabric to work on this one, but I just wanted mainly a blue background on that one and called it good. Kind of did my own little mock stand up. This one's going to be a birthday present, so it's going to go, but I wanted to work up it again on the smaller fabric to do a quick comparison and on the color and color matchups. So definitely cute and can change out colors. On the buggy, it took a little bit to get the buggy done, a few days as well. It turned out really cute, and I'm looking forward to working the rest of them. I will add in a picture over to the side here of what the full one looks like. I will try to share my pictures as I go and kind of compare so you guys can see the full kind of look compared to my progress. One buggy so far, I like this. It's kind of a small and kind of helps distract me from working on fully on one project. Little bits at a time definitely helps, and helps with burnout on some of the projects. I love doing my big projects. I've started, can't remember if I shared this, started bagging up the frog this way and the little insects. Can't tell which one this one is. It looks like more colors on the insect one. I've got a little piece of paper in there that I've stuck in and labeled to let me know which project and which one these colors belong to. I think it's pretty sure it's these buggies here on this one. That way I can easily port it to I've got on this eagle, I poured it in a small little tote bag, and you can see in my first video, I think, of how I store my threads for it. But it isn't too bad on having a smaller project to tote some of my threads this way. And I do have a small Tupperware I could probably put it into, but just some of these small, I've got an inner Ziploc baggie that some of the threads came in, so I've kind of bagged it up that way. And kind of on this one I can kind of fold it a little bit and tuck it into the bag to port, and makes it a lot easier. I use a lot of binder clips to kind of clip mine together, and kind of makes it easier. I am, but I'm not a hoop person. I did start this other project here. It's zoom in there if we can. Sorry guys. There we go. It's very tiny. This fabric is a punch needle fabric. It's 24 by 26, but you can probably see some of the edges here. I end up cutting it up just a little bit. I'm hoping that the size will work, but a bit of a different project than cross stitch, but it uses cross stitch fabric. It's black work embroidery. I found a cute pattern. I was looking at a different site, and I look on other embroidery sites and whatnot. I like doing kind of thready crafts and other crafts like knitting, crocheting, spinning my yarn, and I would like to maybe try weaving at some point, but don't have the money or access to get some of the weaving tools. I think I do have some looms where I can possibly make my own weaving piece, maybe some boards and nails, and kind of do a mock one at home, build my own. But that's a project for another time. I will pop in an image somewhere for the black work project here. The black work just basically uses I'll zoom in here on some of these here. It'll switch over. You can kind of go at the diagonal like you would make one crossover. So basically a half a full cross stitch, and it also goes along the outer edges to, like, say, maybe make that into a full square instead of making two crosses on it. You'll be able to see more in the picture kind of how it works up on it. If I can get close enough on that, maybe you can kind of see if it'll focus. You can kind of see on, like, up here on that one, it has a little bit of a one of those tiny little blocks. You can kind of start to make out kind of a square, and then where I've taken towards the very bottom, like halfway across one of the squares diagonally. It's a really cute pattern, and I'd like to kind of share it with you guys. I know this is more of a cross-stitch type channel that I'm doing, but I have mentioned that I do a lot of different crafts, so one of these oddball crafts that I'm starting to pick up and learn and wanted to share with you guys. I hope that it will turn out okay, and I'll have enough fabric on this one. It's very tiny, and I decided to use one color thread for now. I could probably use, you'll see the design, I could probably use multicolor or a variegated floss might work perfect for this one, to use different colors. I wanted to do a monochrome and stick with the black on white type on it. Some other stuff I've picked up is this plasticky floss or canvas. You can do some cross stitching on it as well, I think. It's definitely too big of squares. I've worked on some of these things before, but I may make some coasters out of them. I've got bigger, like, sheets, like 8.5 by 11 sheets, maybe a little bit bigger. I don't know if anyone's interested. I don't know kind of what all to do with those. I did find some patterns as well that go with those, that I'll try to work up, or maybe make my own little patterns for those.